What's up? What's up, everybody? Jeremiah Davis here, the funding coach, coming to you again with Black Label Friday. Uh, Hope everybody's had a blessed week. Um, wow, the time is flying. Next week is Thanksgiving. Christmas will be here, and a new year already. So, I got some exciting things to talk about. Today's topic is um, how to partner with the right vendors and lenders inside the Black Label CRM. Okay, so we provide you with about 200 lenders, direct lenders in the software that you can do all your funding deals for your clients. And there's over 3,000 vendors, um, but 200 of them that you can partner with and make commission. And some of them is residual commission for the services that your clients need to build business credit. Okay, so there's about 12 to 14 additional services that every business needs to have to validate the business, to be registered right with um, the right entities, your NAP validation, your VoIP phone service, your virtual office, the Secretary of State. So there's a number of different things, SEO companies, Google, Google My Business, all these additional services that every business should have, whether they've already been around or they're just starting up. It's ideal. If you work with a lot of startup businesses, this is the path to get them to start their business the correct way, simultaneously while they're um, positioning themselves to apply for the vendor accounts and the trade lines they need. So it's much easier, for a startup if they have the money and they have the time to build this, but it's not limited. So if you got existing businesses, and quite frankly, most businesses in the United States still do not have business credit. As a matter of fact, I say it all the time, there's 500,000 new businesses formed every month in the United States. So the market is wide open to reach out to these entities and get them enrolled in your business credit, get them funding, and so they can build their business and thrive the right way, the most productive way. Okay, so I'm going to jump into these vendors and these lenders to show you how to sign up for them and how to make money using them. And then at the end of this, I'm going to make an announcement for discounts, things that we have coming out for Black Friday. So if you haven't gotten the software yet and you want the software, this is the time to get it. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and let me share my screen. Okay. This one. Okay, so I'm in the Black Label software. I have, the Black Label version. I have the Business Funding Now version, but they're both the same. Okay, so this is one I use to manage all the private label clients that have signed up for it, and I can do different things with that. But for demonstration purposes, um, so in your first step, to manage accounts, right? This is kind of like where you set up your business, your themes, your staff, private label settings, API integration, things like that. But I'm going to jump right here into the revenue earning vendors, right? The revenue earning vendors, and show you these areas that you need to sign up for, and then get your clients signed up for these services as well. And I'll show you what that looks like on the client portal. Okay, so in here we have about I think close to about 200 or more of these vendors. We try to provide 10 resources for each service that your clients will need for their business credit building purposes. Okay, so VoIP phone service, virtual office, website, on and on. So here we have vendor type. We go in here. So we got email providers, website hosting, accounting. When you start a business, you need a good accountant that help you keep track of your expenses, P&Ls, balance sheets, things like that, and help you to trim the fat, so to speak. Where you're wasting money at. Having a good accountant as a business owner is necessary. Having a accounting software is very good, but you might be hurting yourself if you're not an accountant, because I'm not an accountant. I don't know all the areas that I need to make the deductions, or where I'm always, if I'm wasting money in one area and I can do and save money in that area. So having an accountant is critical. I will say this: all accountants are not created equal, and I've been through probably 3 or 4 of them in my time as an entrepreneur. So you got to find the one that fits you and your business model, and and has your best interest at heart. Some accountants don't know everything. Okay, I've had accountants that miss things, and I end up going somewhere else because yeah, they were hurting me and not benefiting me. Okay, so you have your accountants, you have your business plans. Like, okay, let's look at this business plans. So I'm click on business plans, click search. All right, and bingo. So here are companies that actually help you or help your client create their business plan. And it's essential because for some business term loans and most SBA loans, you will need your client, or you will need a business plan when applying for a SBA loan and some business term loans. Not all business term loans, just some. Okay. But what the purpose of this having this is so that the lender can see that how you're going to make money, and why are you better than your competition in the same marketplace. And not having a business plan could be the difference for you getting approved for the business term loan, the SBA loan, or the business line of credit. So you definitely want to partner with these companies, so they can, if one of your clients is going through the client portal, they get to this section and they don't have a business plan, but they want to apply for a business term loan or SBA loan, they can click on one of the vendors that you pre-selected and get their business plan, and you'll make a commission. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what this looks like in the client portal. And I tell everybody that gets the software, it's very important that you, when you first get it, and get your logins and passwords to your client portal, to your admin portal rather, that you go through and sign up for these vendors that you want to work with. All right, and if you're already signed up with the vendor, all you got to do is copy and paste your monetization link or your referral link, and then and paste it into the admin section. I'll show you that in a minute. But so when the client is going through lender compliance, step 1, right, and they get to business plan, this is where they will be displayed. Okay, and then your monetization link will be on the back side of this button. So when they click on it and they go to this particular company to get that business plan, that they're using your affiliate link, so you'll make a commission. Now let me go back and show you how to edit that. Go back to dashboard. Oh no, right here, right? And then I'm going to go to the revenue earning vendors, and I've had business plans. So we'll go back to business plan. Okay, so this is one that I have right here. Right here, you can see that we provide you with their website and their affiliate sign up link as well. And then this is the monetization link. This is more like a placeholder. Okay, so you go into the edit section for that particular vendor, and then you will replace your affiliate link with it in here, copy and paste, and then you'll select what order you want them to be displayed in. So we'll go back over to this section, right? And that's how it will appear in the order that you want them to appear, right? So you can put them in any order. We are going to expand this section, all the sections throughout this for the client portal, to 5 instead of 4. Not sure on an ETA on that, but ideally you want to give your client more than one option to choose from. Okay, unless you're very familiar with each of these companies and what the charge is, and you want to give them the best price for the money, or you want to make more money on this particular service. Totally up to you. Okay, but there's another section in here, right? If we go to um, let's see, the marketing section, and we have white label options, right? So these are the same services that we looked at: location, listing, business success system, domains, website, email, phone, entity formation, taxes, credit, SEO, accounting. Okay, so now I'm just going to wrote in down here. So we've got business phone. So what this is white label providers providing those same services that now you can actually get a white label version and offer that service under your brand. Okay. And usually when you offer that service under your brand, you're able to make more commission on that service. The company is still going to um, fulfill the service. So right here we have these two companies, right? Business plans. Um, we have Pin Model Slab, and we have fiber business plans. So you can basically say your brand, your company is doing the business plan, but they're doing the back end fulfillment. Okay, so that, and we have this for each sector. So you got business evaluation, tax preparation. So these are companies that offer a tax preparation white label version that you can put under your brand. Merchant services, business accounting, personal credit. These are personal credit softwares that you can use for that particular. Now, this one you would have to do on your own, or set it up to have somebody else do it, or whatever, what have you. Local listings, SEO, social media, website building, um, website hosting, business emails, domain registration, business phone, virtual location or office, and entity formation. So you want to, if you want to sign up with these particular vendors for those services and have them displayed in the client portal, that's what happened here, right? But it would be your logo with the link to that white label site for that particular service. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go back over here. We're going to go back to the section for revenue earning vendors. Okay, and so now and got the work phone services. So the first thing you want to do when you get the software and you get logged in, you're going to go through the training. Okay, so we instruct you when we give you your login and password to your private label to go through the admin panel, read all the content, watch all the videos. All right. So, for example, we go to this first section, which is keys to success, 100 scans per month. Right. So this is for you to understand the methodology that you want to use to be successful in this business credit and funding software. You want to get 100 scans per month. What does that mean? If you get 100 clients to do a success scan, which is only takes about 2 to 3 minutes, it will pre-qualify your clients for the funding and show you what the holes are in their business credit. So, and the benefit of that is if you do 100, our numbers show that about 25% or 25 of those clients will be pre-qualified for one of the 20 loan options in the software. And then you can take that client directly to funding day one, right? As they're building a business credit or not building a business credit, but they just might come in for funding a loan. But we were pretty, solid on 100 scans per month consistently every month can generate at least 25 pre-qualified funding deals that you can close every month, right? So if you on the average commission is probably 2 to 3 thousand, but it could be as high as 10,000. This depends on the business as well as the business revenue and the owner's credit, things like that, time in business. So there's a number of different factors to come into play how much money you would make on a funding deal. But multiply that by 25. So if you just take, say, the low ball, say you make $2,000 per funding deal times 25, that's $50,000 a month. Okay, that's why you want to get 100 scans per month. You want to get 100 scans per month and get that 25 pre-qualified businesses to apply for a loan, close a loan, and make that $50,000. Okay. Now you might get more, you might get less, but this gives you a good baseline. And with that $50,000, you can really ramp up your marketing to generate 200 or 300 scans a month, maybe 500 scans a month, and then say you got 500 scans a month, and we don't charge you for that. You have unlimited use of the scan, and it pre-qualifies every client that completes it with a pre-quals for one of the 25 or one of the 20 loan products we have in the software. So if you can get 500 scans and 25% of that is 100, or actually 100 and 25, and those 125 actually follow through and get closed on a loan, now you're looking at some crazy numbers. So using the $2,000 times 125, right? Now you're looking at $250,000, and that's using the model of a $202,000 average commission on these funding deals. So this is why we put this in here, right? And then she explains that the video avatars, this is your training as a software owner, a private label owner, on how to use it. So we're trying to provide you all the tools you need.
Whether you utilize our suggested marketing programs or you employ,
right? So then we have your marketing down here, what she just mentioned. So we give you a lot of marketing tools to help you generate that 100 plus scans per month, which can convert into 25 pre-qualified prospects for loans. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the vendor section. Right, so if you use the white label of a vendor section, making more money, or you use the ones that are already in here and use their brand and make the money off of that, and then get those scans. So there's multiple ways that you can make money as well as residual income. So some of these services are monthly, and some of these vendors will pay you monthly residual commission as long as that client is with them. So they need the phone service. All right. Which of these companies that you want to partner with that will be ideal for your clients? Okay. Here we have both virtual office. Like I said, we try to have like at least 10 choices in each category, right? So virtual office, which one of these do you want to use for your virtual office? Same thing, you go on, you got website building. If the client has a website, then you want to partner with these website building firms, so you make a commission on that, right? And then we have your entity providers, CoreNet, BizFiling, Incorporated.com, SwiftFilings.com, MyCorporation.com. So there's a wide range. And then, we have merchant accounts. Now, all you guys know I used to do merchant accounts, and I still do, but it's more high risk. These merchant accounts in the software are for standard companies, okay? Now, there's business credit or business credit software can be high risk, but there are banks like PayPal and Stripe that will set up your credit card processing for your business credit software, that it won't be high risk. But most of these companies, let's see, Flagship, I think they do high risk. SoarPay, National Payments does not, National Processing. So there's only two, maybe SoarPay, Flagship are the only two in the software that are high risk, or also provide merchant services for high risk industries. But all the rest of them are standard businesses. And actually, uh, you know, they have a prohibited list of what companies they do not work with, and they also have a restricted list of what companies they do not want to work with. Okay, so they got restricted and prohibited. But if you got a standard, food truck, brick and mortar, clothing shop, every business needs to be able to take payments, credit cards, debit cards, checks, cash. Take all forms of payments. So your client's going to need a merchant provider. Okay, domains. Do they have a domain? All right, here's the accounting. So we have the FreshBooks and we have the web agility um, here. So, and like I said, we provide you their affiliate link so you can sign up. So here's some um, uh, accounting options that you can choose from. The business plans, we talked about that. Now, personal credit. Now, I know some of these companies in this section of personal credit are um, well, if you're in the credit repair space, we already know that these are not always the best options. But because we market outside of the space to niche markets to do not do no credit repair, we provide these vendors in here. And I didn't want to show favoritism to any of my friends that are in the space, um, so we put this in here. But we do allow you to, if you're in the credit repair business, to list yourself as the only personal credit repair resource in the software. So when the client gets to the section in the client portal, your company is the only one that's listed there. Okay. Then we have your local directory, your domains, your email providers, all these things every business needs. Okay. And it's critical for building business credit. Because one of these things can mean the difference between getting approved or denied, right? Remember, the whole software is built around lender compliance. We put everything in here that we know that lenders are looking for and improve your chances or your client's chances of getting approved for the trade lines they're looking for, the trade lines that they can use on a day-to-day basis for their business without using their operating capital. Okay, so we got email providers, web hosting, web building. So you first thing, like I said, go through the training, the admin portal, watch all the video avatars, read all the content, then also go into um, the client portal and look at it from the client's point of view so you can be well versed. Then you want to read all the content in there because we put it in there so to make you the authority in business credit and funding, right? You should be the person that knows more than the client when they come to you and they need these services. Okay, so a business uh, valuation, these companies are the ones that are helping you get your listings correctly and consistently across all platforms, social media, IRS, DNB, Google Maps, what have you, because lenders are looking for this. Lenders are, if you're applying for some type of funding or some type of line of credit or a vendor account, they could look at any of these things, and if there's something missing, they could also just deny you for that one thing, right? This is your NAP validation, right? We want to make sure everything is consistent on all platforms, same business name, same address, same email, same phone number, etc. All right, from the local, state, and national levels. Okay, and then you have your local directory. All right, and you have your SEO and social media. So we provide you, like I said, a plethora of ways to make additional money by providing these services either under the white label brand or over one of these companies' brands. Tax preparation and personal credit. So there's quite a few in here. Okay, so this is how that's the vendor section. That's the vendor section. All right, now I'm going to go to the lender section. Right, today's topics: how to partner with the right vendors and the right lenders. And here, and one more thing I want to say about the vendors are we provide more than like I said, try to up to 10 options. Some of them might have more or less. I don't think any of them are over 10, but some might be 8 or somewhere around there. Um, but go to their website, check them out, see if they're a right fit for you. Schedule an appointment. Say, hey, I'm thinking about becoming an affiliate of yours. Can you tell me how your process is? How much it costs? And make an educated guess, right? Because if you're going to sell the DIY version of the software where they can do all the business credit building on their own, this is going to put you in a better position where it's not eating up your time. You can provide the service, make money, and not utilize your time. So it's very critical that you spend the time initially to get it set up the way you want it with the vendors that you want to use, provide for your clients. Okay, let me click back and see if I got any questions. Okay, so you want to list your personal credit. Okay, all you got to do is send an email to support@blacklabelcrm.com, and we need the link that you want the client to go to when they click on your in the client portal, right? So like your sign up page or your landing page for your credit repair, and then we'll need your logo. And what we'll do is, let me see if I'm in the right side. What we'll do is put that logo right here and put that link to your service right there. Okay. And then and then when they click on it, it will go to the page that you want them, whether it's your basic your home page of your website or your sign up page for your credit repair. So anybody that's watching that and you have a credit repair business and you want to list yourself as the only credit repair option in the client portal, send us the link to the page that you want your clients to go to sign up. Usually that's an informational page, your landing page, where they can sign up. As a matter of fact, here, I'll just show you guys my page here. So mine is called dtdavisthorpe.com, optimized FICO. And this is where they can schedule an appointment. We got step-by-step protocol that items will need, credit monitoring service, okay, and the pricing, right? So they can click here and get started right there. And it says some other content, okay? So you want something like that, or you can, maybe it might be your appointment link. It might be, you know, one, this is how I do mine, right? They click on sign up now. This goes directly to my contract for services. And once they complete that, they move on to the next step, right? So now they're signing up, right? Name, the date of birth, SSN, address, on and on. But here's the thing. Over here, I'm telling them what they need. Color copies of driver's license, social security card, utility bill, step-by-step process of how we do this. Now, most of all my clients are business clients that are trying to get funding that need me, but they can't qualify for the type of funding they want, so they have to go through credit repair. Okay. Does that answer your question? All right, great. So, okay, let's go ahead and get back on task. All right. So, first step, after you go through the training, all right, go through all the content in the admin panel, go through all the content in the client portal, sign up for your vendors. Okay, once you sign up for the vendors you want, then you're going to go and you're going to start partnering with lenders. All right. Now we're going down here. We're going to go directly to the 200 direct lenders. Now, also, I just want to point out, we do have these loan clearinghouses here that will fulfill the loan services on your behalf. We'll contact the client and we'll close the loan and pay you your commission. All right, it's less commission because we're doing all the work. Okay, so and then here shortly we'll have the one-click option. So when a client completes a scan, you have the ability in the client and an admin panel to click one click and send that deal directly to one of the clearinghouses. So you can, and then we'll start working with the client to get them funding. Okay. There's a number of other ways. If you want to know the different options you have with the funding and the clearinghouses, schedule an appointment with me and I'll be happy to explain it to you. Okay. But if you sign up with these lenders, right, then as an affiliate, if they have an affiliate program, then you can do all the funding in-house and send them directly to these direct lenders and make 100% in commission. The caveat is just how familiar you are with the different funding products, which we provide you a lot of the training for all the different funding products, right? So we have credit-based programs, asset-based programs, and equipment programs. So you want to be familiar with these, and then, but also when you do partner with these banks, they're going to give you some training, some marketing material, the process to submit the deals, and things like that. So you can do all this on your own. It's just time consuming. Okay. So if you want to, and you can use them interchangeably. You can send some deals to the clearinghouses, and you can do some deals yourself. So it's not like you have to pick one or the other. You can mix and match, whatever is best for you. That okay, this deal I feel comfortable with doing myself. This deal I don't feel comfortable doing myself, so I'm going to send it to the clearinghouse. So you can use them interchangeably anytime you want. Okay. Now, The key point here is knowing which banks have affiliate programs, which banks do not, which lenders do, which lenders do not. Okay. So most lenders in this software will have an affiliate program. Last time we checked. Now we put this out before the pandemic. Just this week, I found a couple of lenders that are no longer in business that I'll be removing and adding new, replacing them with new lenders for those different areas. Okay. And if you happen to come across one, you can send me an email, and let us know. All right. I haven't checked. I mean, there's over 200 of them, so we don't keep up with all of them. But here, like Navy Fed, we already know Navy Fed doesn't have an affiliate program. So you have to include this type of service as part of your business services, right? And charge a fee. I only charge a fee on the back end after I complete the funding, but it's your business. You can do whatever you want. Okay, I'm not policing you. All right, things like that. Okay, so you just have to know which banks to go to, which ones, and that takes some time. That takes some research. Okay, and then some banks, you know, there's a big difference between a loan broker and an affiliate, being an affiliate, right? Some of these banks will only have an affiliate program, which means you send them leads, they do all the work, but they only pay you a couple $100 as a referral fee, right? A broker is different because you're doing the work, you're sending the whole loan package to them, and then you're getting 100% of the commission. And it just depends on the type of deal. For real estate type deals, it's either 1, 2, or 3 points or percent of the total amount funded. If it's a equipment loan, it can be 2 or 3 points built into the equipment loan as well for like a revenue base, merchant cash advance, business term loans. You might make anywhere from 2 or 3% up to 10%, in some cases up to 12% of the total amount loan. So if you're doing $100,000, say revenue based type loan, you could easily make, 4 or 5,000, maybe 10, maybe 12,000, $100,000, depending on the bank. It depends on their payout structure. And all banks have a different payout structure. Okay, it's not a cookie cutter. One bank can do it this way, another bank can do it this way. So that's why I recommend you always have at least 4 or 5 of these banks in each category that you can send those deals to, and you're going to get those quotes back, and then you have that conversation with your clients. So we got 4 banks, we got 5 banks. 2 of them declined you. The other 2 gave you an offer. Here are the offers, and then you can have that conversation with your client on which offers the best to take, and which offers are best suited for their need. Okay, so that's for me, it's like second nature because I've been doing this for a while, so I already know a lot of this stuff. But if you're not familiar with funding and you want to be a broker and work with these banks directly, then you're going to have to spend some time and educate yourself. Now, we provide, like I said, a lot of that information in the software, so we make the learning curve a little shorter because we give you the pre-qualifications, right? So here we have, the 10K per client. That's just a document that shows the different criteria and aspects and educational information. I've shared it in other videos. I mean, I can go ahead and take a quick look at it so you can see what's going on. So it kind of, showing you the strategy to earn $10,000 per client. So this is what this is about, right? Credit unions, you can get up to $30,000 signature loan. Okay, credit unions. All right, here's a list of credit unions that will only check one credit bureau, and that you can get a personal signature loan for your client for anywhere from probably usually $5,000 up to $30,000. So, but you're not going. This bank is not. These credit unions they're not going to pay you commission. So you need to have that conversation. Maybe even have a client sign a contract agreeing to pay you a certain percentage for fulfilling the service for them. Okay, but there's some more information. Certification of deposit, secure business line of credit. This is putting money down and getting a line of credit or report to the business credit bureaus. Things like that. You can charge for that. Knowing the bank rating score, helping them build comparable credit. I did videos on that already. So there's different things in here that's going to be educational for you to learn how to do the funding and make more money. Okay, this is the whole concept. So you providing you all the information you need to make the money that you want to make by providing these services. Okay, so let's go back. Then we're going to go to finance and credit expert. So this is more in-depth information, right? That shows you corporate only financing. All right. There's a lot of people always asking me, I want a business loan, but I don't want to PG it. Okay, you can do corporate only financing, but what does that look like? What is the business profile, the client's profile, the business owner profile have to be to qualify for this type of financing? Well, we provide that information for you right here. That is the 10 reporting trade lines, right? You got to have at least 10 to qualify, and right, and to get some of these high uh, trade lines, you have to be in business more than 2 years. Okay, you need to have a 70 or above Paydex intelligence score on at least three of the business credit bureaus. Okay, you have to have all 20 items in lender compliance completed. Okay, you have to have a low 5 bank rating score. What is a low 5 bank rating score? Basically, it means that the business is a daily average balance of $10,000 or more. Is consistent. Okay, most lenders want to see that you're making that money. You got to be able to afford the loan. You can't, I say it all the time. You can't apply for a $250,000 loan over a business that only makes $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Okay, you're not qualified. You can't afford it. Okay, that's how they look at it. Establishing comparable credit. You got to um, build the trade lines, get them, the 10 trade lines, but you also got to build comparable credit, right? We show you how to do that. Basically, you get a secure business CD that converts into a business line of credit. And what the whole concept is, you put $5,000 down for that secure CD, and it reports as a $5,000 business line of credit on business credit bureaus. Then you go to another entity, and they see that on your business credit report. They're more apt to approve you for the equal amount or larger amount another lines of credit that's not secure. Okay, and you need, so if you're applying for $50,000, $100,000, they want to see that in multiple resources that your business has access to that type of money or close to it, that you can afford this, that other financial institutions have trusted you and you managed it correctly. And then the other financial institution that you're applying with is more likely to trust you as well. So that's the concept here. Okay, with the comparable credit, business entity formation. Okay, you got to have the LLC or S corp. You can't be a sole prop or a partnership. All right, and then your validation, your business presence, your local, national, and 411. Okay, everything's got to be consistent. So there's things like that you'll know as a business credit and funding authority in your community with your clients. Okay, business credit cards. So we give you the criteria when you want to apply for those business credit cards with no PG. With no PG, that you can do it, but you have to have this stuff in order. You got to know what the lender's looking for. Okay, obtaining cash type business credit cards. All right, a FICO 8 scoring model, right? 700 plus credit, at least one card with a $5,000 limit, under 45% utilization, income of minimum $50,000, right? Overall DTI under 40%, no more than 3 quarters in 90 days, or 4 and 6 months, no open lates, collections, judgments, public records. Okay, this is the criteria to get business credit cards without the PG. I know they're going to look at your personal credit, but if you got bad credit, you're not going to get approved for these. Okay, you got to have the comparable credit to get those business cards without the PG, or you're going to have to do a PG. And the banks haven't changed the rules. I know there's people out there teaching other things, but it's not like that. Okay, business financing, same criteria. When they're talking about cash money, 9 times out of 10, there'll always be a PG because they want to make sure they get their money back. Okay, and they know that enough people have defaulted that they have their own algorithms of how to approve you. And so we provide you that information here. Okay, so that goes through all this whole document. It's just information to make you the authority in this space. All right, then we have your credit-based programs. Okay, so these are loans, business credit cards, business lending credit unions, SBA loans, private lender trade lines, credit lines, peer-to-peer business lending, and bridge loans, right? So all these fall under this criteria. So if your client meets the criteria, all you can apply for these different funding options on behalf of the client, or guide them in the right direction. And then this is a list of supporting documents that generally you need to package the deal and submit it to the lender. But like I said, no two banks are the same. One bank might ask for more documentation, another bank might ask for less documentation. Okay. So you want to be familiar with these, and then have the banks that you want to use for this, or credit card companies you want to use, to know where you know where to take the client to get the funding, or the credit cards, or the line of credit that they want. Um, it would, makes you the expert, makes you the authority. Then we have your asset base. Asset base means no credit score is involved. Obviously, if your credit's 550, you're going to pay a higher interest rate, but your revenue is the collateral, right? And that's what they're going to base it off of. Now, generally, you're going to do maybe anywhere from average is 50% loan to value on the asset. So if your business is making, say, $20,000-$30,000 a month, you're able to you borrow probably, equivalent to that, because they're going to average it out over 3 to 4 months. Okay, that's for revenue base. That's for merchant cash advance. 401k. You got $100,000 in your 401k. They're going to do probably 50% loan to value, so you can borrow $50,000 on a 401k that's worth $100,000. Accounts receivable, okay, recurring invoices that you're paying, typically they can go up to 97% of the invoice value, okay, but that's not normal. It's going to be less than that. The whole idea of these lenders want to give you the money, but they want to make sure they're going to get their money back. So if you default on a loan, or your client defaults on a loan, they're taking that asset and they're going to sell it for the value, and they're not going to give you 100% of the loan value for that asset. Okay, purchase order, same scenario. Real estate, same scenario. Commercial real estate, in inventory, hard asset based lending, recurring monthly payments, contracts, loan note buying, all these things. So these are all asset based funding options that you can fulfill, that we have lenders in at least 10 in each category that you can go to and get this type of funding. And then we have your equipment. Same scenario. Okay, here's the qualification, here's the credit score, right? And then equipment leasing is to purchase equipment, new equipment. Equipment lease, sell, lease back is to use your equipment as collateral and borrow against it at 50% loan to value. And then you have your tractor trailer financing as well. And then a list of supporting the documents here, but sometimes you're going to need more. Like if you're buying a 18-wheeler, you're going to need to have DOT tags, insurance, things like that. And you're going to need the dealer that you want to get the equipment from. And then the lenders usually cut a check directly to the dealer, and it's usually have to put about 10 to 15% down on equipment purchases, like a tractor trailer. So if it's $100,000 piece of equipment, and the payments on a $100,000 piece of equipment is going to be for $100,000, is roughly $5,000 a month for 60 months. You need $10 to $15,000 as down payment, plus EOT tags, plus your insurance and other related expenses that you need to operate an 18-wheeler. Okay, so but when you partner with the lenders, they're gonna give you that information. They're gonna tell you exactly what they need to underwrite a deal and get the deal funded. Okay, so that's why it's so critical that you at least partner with, like I said, 4 to 5 of these lenders in each category, so you can be able to fulfill this funding options for your clients and give them a variety of options to choose from. Okay, and that kind of covers this week. Live. Um, do I have any questions? Do I have any questions before we break off for the weekend? I want to thank you guys for watching. Share, like, and follow on Facebook and YouTube. And hey, listen, let me put this out there. If you don't have the software yet, starting Monday, we're going to do a 10% off Black Friday sale off the annual plan. Okay, 10% off the annual plan. They need to pay for that up front. Uh, well, yeah, usually if somebody's looking for a piece of equipment for a, a tractor trailer, I'm sure they already have their CDL license. They know that they need insurance, but you can't take that truck off the lot unless you have insurance. You can't take a car off the lot unless you have insurance. So, yeah, I'm assuming that they. But my point is, I don't know how much commercial insurance for 18 wheeler is, and I'm just making it known that if you have a client that falls into this category looking for this type of funding, that you can educate them and letting them know, okay, part of the process is you being able to pay for the insurance, whether it be a month or 6 months or a year for 18 wheeler, because you're not going to be able to take it off the lot until you do, as well as have show evidence that you have a CDL and your Department of Transportation tags for the 18 wheeler. And I'm not familiar with the cost and those things. I just know that they need them because I've done these type of loans before, and that's the concept. Um, and yeah, and they want to verify all that before you drive off. And the lender actually is going to verify that. They're going to verify that you have the money for the down payment. Now, like I said, it's 2 to 3 months of the monthly payments. So if it's $100,000 average, it's $5,000 a month in payments. But owner operators make $30,000-$40,000 a month if they have their own truck and they're not leasing a truck from a company, or they're just not an employee of the company. So it is if you got somebody that wants to transition from an employee with a trucking company to an owner operator, um, you know, they should know what they have to do, because I'm sure they've talked to other owner operators and they know they can make more money. So it's a really hot topic or product, because I mean, our whole country, without the truck drivers, we'd be lost. No food, no nothing. So, and if they can make, instead of $10,000 to $20,000 a month driving for somebody else, they can make $30,000-$40,000 a month on an operator. It's beneficial. But we want, we want those type of people to come to us so we can help them become owner operator. Another caveat I give you is um, if they are independent contractor, they need to set up a company and have that company pay their business. Form an LLC and have the company pay the business instead of paying them personally. That's become a recurring problem where people will come to me and they want to apply for this type of funding, and they just form their business, but they can't provide business bank statements and business financials because they're doing everything in their personal name. So the lender's like, well, you're not a business. Your business doesn't make any money. So, and they're not going to do a startup. So I'm saying at least 3 to 6 months, form a corporation, LLC, submitting that W-9 under your company name to that employer that you're driving for. So they're cutting the checks to your company and not to you personally. And then having 3 to 6 months of bank statements, business bank statements, is a big thing that is going to be necessary for them to close that equipment type loan. Okay, so you definitely want to educate your clients on these are all business loans. And so if your business doesn't have any bank statements, no financials, then you can't get one. Simple as that. A few clients are looking to do a box truck for Amazon and food truck. So far, for me, that's great. That's great. All that I've done, restaurant equipment. I'm talking about down from the silverware, table and chairs. Just provide me like 4 or 5 pages of the items they listed from the supplier that they wanted to buy it from, with the pricing. Could be 50, 60, $70,000 worth of equipment, fryers, ovens, all the utensils, everything you need to open a restaurant. And that's an equipment loan too. Okay. I've done Escalades for transportation, like Uber or Lyft, or more like a limousine service. I've done dump trucks. So there's companies out there that will do um, all this construction going around. They're hiring individuals that have dump trucks to haul away the debris, and they're paying them up to about $9 an hour to run, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week to remove the debris where there's a lot of construction in metropolitan areas. Um, and I mean, that's a good business. Get you one dump truck to start and hire somebody for $20 an hour to drive that truck back and forth to the landfill or wherever they want to dump their stuff. And then, next thing you know, you can have 2 or 3 dump trucks and doing that. Okay. Trailer, gym equipment. I've done $100,000 gym where they bought all the treadmills, ellipticals, weights, weight benches, everything they needed to open the gym as well. And then you have, food trucks. There's a company here in Florida that will custom make a food truck for you with financing for about $40,000, $50,000. Okay, and you can use that as an equipment financing, right? Contact the company or whoever the company you want to get the food truck. A lot of people are buying food trucks and then they gotta fix them up, paint them, install all the stuff, and at the end of the day, it's costing $40,000, $50,000 anyway. You can just get a loan and have one, customized for you. So, tricks of the trade as you go down and get into the funding world. You learn these things, okay? That Amazon, box truck, food truck, doesn't matter. Doctor's office, dentist's office, wherever they need the equipment to open a business or to expand their business. Those are your soft markets. I don't care what type of business you open, you need equipment, then we have solutions for you. Now, I'll tell you this also: most of these equipment lenders do not like to do any type of loans under $50,000. At the end of the day, they just don't make that much money on it. So I use that as a benchmark. That okay, if you're going to get some equipment, let's get if you got 2 Escalades for $25,000 each, get 2. Okay, don't get 1, get 2 because it's going to be easier to get you $50,000 than it's $25,000 from an equipment lender. Okay. Any other questions? Listen, like I said, 10% off Black Friday sale starts on Monday, and it will go until December 1st. I'm also rolling out a Black Friday sale for my other business credit, under business funding now. That's going to be 50% off. So instead of if you're a software user and you should be using your demo account to build your business credit. But if you haven't and you just are interested in getting the software, but you want to build your business credit as well, you can now get the DIY version of the business credit builder for basically $350 one time instead of $700. So that is the Black Friday sale that starts on Monday. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, you got questions, schedule an appointment, and we'll, let's do this. Let's get it. All right. You guys have a good weekend. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the funding coach. Peace.